He said, I'm going to deceive you. That's what it is, deception. But the Satan is not saying just murder millions of people, you know, burn them alive, do all of that. That's okay. Now remember, we have to challenge all of that, but we have to help all of that. We have to fix all of that. You have to think about it, what our job is. That's why we have to recruit a big crew. They already trained. Remember, we already got our reading lists and things that we would study, right? But we said it's 8. This is what we want. That. And then we need a propagandist or something, or a buffoonery guy. We said, Siraj, you take care of that. You'll be the chief of that. Yes. And he'll talk the white off that thing right there. And say, well, just give him the microphone, he'll do the rest. Tell him what you want. That's what the foreigners do. They hint about what they want, and he'll go. And if his job is to stop you, he'll stop you. If you having all them great programs in the 80s on drugs and how they affect the people and the individuals, they'll have the dope busters. 1990, they'll be dope busters. They go to them programs and tell everybody have the room shaking. And that drug dealer told me, Imam, please don't interfere with my business. And I told him, blah, 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 blah. And then that same brother came to me with Hajj, and we went to Hajj together. I don't know if you heard that one. That was 1989. Lying. Niggas lying. I mean, the brother is lying, not the niggas lying. But don't y'all worry when I use the word nigga. I love niggas.
It's a term.
And I don't care what y'all call them. As far as me, the N word is in. And to have a clown like Sharpton saying, we should not use the N word. Well, he shouldn't sell all that dope. Remember he got busted with a kilo of cocaine, talking about I was getting it for, and where them big old hats broke down for a while. I said, well, Reverend Al, if you ain't no dope dealer, boy, you look like one. And lie. That boy, anyway, you see what we're up against. Are the odds in our favor? The human odds? Absolutely not. They're all against us. But Allah's odds are on our yeah. But we don't know what time. See, we have to do our job no matter what the outcome is. Other people we gotta do this, we gotta do that. We have the Quran that's already told us what to do. And the Quran has told us our position too. And they're gonna do that. And this is one of those years where I said the Quran on steroids, because everything, we pay attention all the time, but sometimes you get this out of it, next year you get that out of it. But this is the year of cold-blooded, straight out. Everybody went to their people, they said the same thing. Man, you crazy. Man, you a liar. Man, a flood. It don't even rain in this area, so why? What we gonna build a boat? They laughing at the poor man. The poor man building the boat. They just laughing. What is that? Oh, it's a boat. Why? Well, so it tells you. Poor Saleh comes and says this is a she camel, just treated good. It's a sign. And they just hamstring the camel. That's okay. We don't take that stuff the same way everybody else would, and we can't. We can't take. I don't even want to say it because I don't sound like it. You know, this is going to take love and compassion. Now I know don't nobody believe, because sometimes I look in the mirror and I say the word love. We love you. I say, don't look like it to me, boy. I'm looking at you. When the people are looking at you and you saying that, I don't think they believe it. Do you think they believe in it? They don't think I think it's lying. They think I'm out shopping or something. Right, they do a Jesse Jackson, right? Or worse, you know. Or worse. Listen, that man is lying. I know one thing, anything they tell anybody about me, tell the truth, they believe it. Just like that. You don't have to tell them twice or three times, or corner them or follow them down the street and tell them again. As soon as you tell them, Imam Musa is a such and such, they got a graveyard in the back of the Masjid. They say, okay. They praying over a graveyard. They sacrifice little children like Idi Amin, you know, they say he eat little children and stuff like that. Well, he treated white folks pretty bad, so, you know. And you go to meet Idi Amin, my friend, Dr. John Brennan, the one I was at, he was Idi Amin's doctor. Idi Amin, all the Africans liked him. But after he had the white folks carrying him around on that chair, I don't know if y'all ever saw that picture. You know they had a chair that the king used to sit on in Africa, and they carried him, yeah. Well, he had white folks carrying him around, so after that, it's all over. So they said he sacrificed little babies and all kinds of stuff. I said, boy, they showed me. I mean, I knew it was a lie, but the other people didn't. They believed it. So anyway, let me try to wrap this up and put this in focus. Our reasoning together means that we study the patterns of declines in the society. We study the patterns. The patterns are in. Then this strategic Negro national cooperation. That's what it is. Strategic because the way we're doing it, and then those people are involved. We have to help the world, but we have to help the people in our region first, or also, and we have to help the immigrants remember what Islam is. You know, they think Islam is the Eid and stuff like that. The rituals. That's what they think. They don't have nothing to do with if you see a wrong being done, stop it with your hand. You can't speak out about it. And you can't do that, feel bad about it. So they don't know. They don't have that on the thing at all. National unity. In this point-by-point analysis that we have made, that we have been making, we make them and then we come up with plans, what it should take. Okay. When we want to put this new thing together, all we have to do is take a few of these things, put them together, and our plan is complete. That's just like all this is complete. It's been complete because we outlined what we wanted to do and what we thought was the right thing to do. When we think about the system, financial, economic, social, political, this thing is falling apart. and can't do anything but fall apart now. That's the way it is. Remember we used to talk about how America was the international currency and how Britain, the British pound, used to be the international currency. When it was the international currency, the British pound was $5 for a pound. Now it's down to about 1.5 or something. And if they're going to force the things that are talked about are forced on people, the strategic alliance. First, Iran was there by itself. It ain't there no more. Why? Because the one they had them fight in Iraq became their best friend. The one they had them up at the other place in Afghanistan, they had them Shia hate. They killed people in Mazar Sharif, and they blow up Shia Masjid. The Shias are 30% of Afghanistan. They're 30% of Pakistan. They're 90% of Iran. And everybody's going to Najaf and Karbala. Okay. Why is that all that happening? That is something that develops in the people and they may not even know what it is. We used to call it a collective consciousness. It's like in the 60s, if Malcolm X went somewhere and talked to the people, he could wake up the whole city in one lecture. Because it was a collective consciousness. He was right. All everybody had to do was, what did he say? Yeah, that's right. Now you can talk to your mouth turn white. That slop will come out of your mouth and you just, niggas be looking at you. It ain't the time. But that time comes along every now and then, cyclical, right? And there will come a time when these people running around looking crazy and acting crazy, gonna be ready to wake up. That's why they open manna and they do all them, because every 10 years or so, there's a feeling in the Black Islamic movement, there's a feeling, it's a feeling that we need to unify, man, we need to do something. No, and that's what they do. The white man is right there, and they got them listening too, and they all listen, well, what you think, boys? Well, boss man, them niggas is ready to, they want some unity, they want love, they want to, well, y'all know what to do. You'll go out and do this, you'll go out that. Here's a team. They got a team of destructive, destabilizers, diverters, and they go out and they do it. I've seen it 3 or 4 times. No, they had the Federation in '78. They had something else in the '80s. And then by the time the early 2000s, here they come with manna. And when we talking Malcolm and Black, guess what they did? They just got a clean kitty cloth doggone thing. And they had Fahim Shuaib and all. I said, everybody was on the bill but me. So, that's good though. See, one thing they can't say, well, they have said it before, but they can't make it stick. Imam Musa's a tattletale. Imam Musa's been working with the white man. I said, well, he must have run me crazy before I did it, before I worked with him, because I don't remember collaborating with him. So, the things that make life real, the money. China is being harassed too much by the U.S. You made this, you made that. They're trying to blame it on China. They're trying to mess with China's money. You can turn on their stuff every day and hear what they're saying. China is working on developing its own currency, international currency, and moving away from the dollar. I just want y'all to remember, when they move away from the dollar, that boy is gone. It ain't worth the paper it's printed on. Okay. All those will super weaken the United States. Everything that they do to Iran, you don't hear nothing about how stable Iran is and how, because we listen to the wrong station about, right, Iran's stock market and all of that. So out of the people in the world, it's been us on one team. And they had the whole team, you gotta remember. The people in South Africa, the rich people in South Africa, they was bringing Dr. Siddiqui over there. They was bringing Dr. Siddiqui over there because they didn't think he was gonna live long, which he didn't. But Zafar and them and all of them in Crescent this is a goal. When Dr. Siddiqui went over there, Dr. Siddiqui told them people, well, they told him back in London, they said, if you go over there, you're not going to come back because you get your heart, and you're way back on the list because you're older, 64 years old, and your heart is going to younger people. You got to stay here and rest. I was sitting right there with him. No, the first time I saw it, when we gave those big lectures, thousands of people there, Dr. Siddiqui, the lecture that he gave where he said Imam Musa is this, that, another, that same lecture. He was talking and he rocked up and back and turned white, and the whole audience, you could hear, you know what I mean, a little light hush, groan, go over the thing. They thought he was going to die on stage. But he got himself together and he finished his lecture and he told everybody, hey man, I'm going to go, I'm tired. You know what Zafar never told him? Oh, come with us to Botswana. When he was on the plane going to Botswana. Because a commercial plane didn't come. So one of the rich guys, he had an airline in Botswana. It's only a 4-hour drive in a car way up there. And it's an hour, 45 minutes in the plane. I'm tired. I think, no, come with us. They tired him out. I said it before. They killed him. They knew what they was doing. They know what they was doing because the whole crew turned on us. Why we going to Canada every week and we going all over, we in the Crescent, why all that, and then nothing. Nothing. What did we do to them? Dr. Siddiqui said, this is my homeboy here. He's smarter than all of y'all. That's what it sounds like. And he's the essence of everything that is good. I said, damn, Doc, you cutting the niggas' throat, man. When they hear that, they gonna pull out their knives. And they did. From then on, when I went to South Africa, they had changed. All the rich guys, everybody.
It's like you
changed. They held me up at the airport in Atlanta. They held me up at the airport in Atlanta because they got one plane to go to South Africa. And the one I was on, they just took me off the plane and set me down in the front. Then they forgot, you got to take him downstairs because Muhammad Ali said his wife got to get on the plane. And if he see them getting on the plane, he's going to tell them. So they took me downstairs. All this stuff is 100% organized. So when I get to South Africa, I missed the program, or I would have to have perfect coordination when I get there to get to where I want to go. All of that stuff. Masood Chajere and all of and what's that Islamic civil
human rights.
Human rights. sent me to Switzerland, and somewhere, Switzerland, and the time they sent me to, for the 5th time, Sri Lanka. The other guy in the group, the old tall Algerian guy, Imam Musa, I'm telling about, you know, the fiery speech, we're going to do this, we can do that. And he'd come up and he'd tell them, that's crazy, you can't do nothing. You know, he told them something about we don't even make toilet paper to wash, to clean our bottles. So after the 3rd time, I said, man, I'm an African American. And we have to be positive and optimistic. And so do these people here too. If we're here to speak, we have to fire them up and give them hope and inspiration and direction. And I told the guy, I said, I ain't speaking before you anymore. You're going to speak out. I'm going to speak after you. I'm not talking before you anymore, because we was on tour. I said, man, what is wrong with you? That was them. Then they sent me the same guy's Algerian. Boy, he had a beautiful daughter. She was about 20 years old, and he says, Imam Musa, this is when I was about 40 or something. My daughter just loves your talks, and she loves it. He said that in LA, he said that in South Africa. He was always telling me about, they was supposed to be married. She wasn't white, but you would think she was. She's Algerian, you know. They was always up to something. They was up to something all the time. I come to South Africa and I'm staying, but since about here, all the Sakina was 1 year, she learned how to walk in South Africa. Instead of having us staying in a regular, they got me staying and my family staying with a lady, and she's half white and half Indian. And they think, since I'm a nigger, that the lighter the better. That's the way they think. They're almost certain of it. And they always got, I'm telling you, I told Sakina, because I was down at the coffee shop, same thing. I said, and here's this, Imam Musa, you know,